I just, for the very first time, heard Graeme Souness there saying that the clock's ticking for Erik ten Hag. Nonsense, Graeme. Absolute nonsense. I'll tell you for free, the media can do what they like about Erik ten Hag, and so can the Glazers. But I'll tell you for free, this fan base, the clock is not even started on Ten Hag. They can talk about his Eredivisie fascination. They can talk about the losses. There's no Manchester United fan out there that is considering for 1 second that Ten Hag needs to be sacked. The clock is ticking. He's walking on thin ice. No, not having that at all. This is the thing. You've got to understand the United fan base. There are no United fans going in on Ten Hag at the moment. He's been thrown out and hung out to dry by the board, by the players. The problems at Manchester United are the players aren't good enough. They've got a bad attitude. Ten Hag said it in his interview on Friday. Bad attitude. All of them had a bad attitude against Brentford. You've got a club that's a circus, and yeah, no one's blaming Ten Hag as far as I'm concerned. But Michael's a United fan. He wants to talk about United's recruitment policy. Michael, the floor is yours.
Yeah, hi Mark. Good evening. I hope you're well. I just want Network United is a complete shambles, and a circus would actually be more running it better than we do. I want the Glazers out, of course, as every United fan. And what's your opinion on that? And do you think we'll get a few more players over the line before the transfer window closes?
Just before I take that, Michael, because you've called in, just to throw one back to you very, very quickly. What were your thoughts on Friday when Manchester United signed Casemiro? How did you react to that? Because normally that's a big deal. Were you happy about that? What were your thoughts?
I was glad that we got a player of decent quality in, but I wasn't happy about it because it's taken over 3 months almost that we should have been recruiting that in June. So, yeah, happy Casemiro's a world-class player, one of the best defensive holding midfielders in world football, but not really happy because the whole situation at Manchester United is just a laughable, a complete joke. And I've been a fan for over 38 years, and this is the worst I've ever seen it, I'll be honest. And I think the manager has been laid out to dry by these prats who play for Manchester United. Their attitude and their commitment is just a joke, collectively the whole team. So, no, I wasn't really happy at all. That's just my opinion.
No, thanks for that, Michael, and thanks for calling in. Just to answer the question then, what are my thoughts on it? I mean, Casemiro is fantastic, but it's too late. It's too late. I've said this before. It's like you want a PS5 on Christmas Day. You don't get it from your parents and then they give it you in the middle of January. It's too late. I've been bantered by my mates when I've been back to school. It's too late. And Casemiro, can I just say as well, if we're meant to suddenly go, oh, thank you, Glazers, you've bought us a world-class player, we're paying him £350,000 a week and we're giving Real Madrid 60 million plus 10 in add-ons. I'll tell you what, Seb, my lad's 5 years old. He could do that deal. It's not a hard deal. You ring Real Madrid up and you say, well, before you ring Real Madrid up, you say to Casemiro, I know you're on about 190 grand a week at Real Madrid. How do you fancy 350 grand a week? Well, actually, I wouldn't mind a bit of that. And then you go to Real Madrid and you go, Real Madrid, we want to give you 60 million plus 10 for a 30-year-old. And they go, we're never going to get that again. It's not a hard deal. It's not hard bargaining. It's not good posturing as a football club. We're a week and a half away from the end of the transfer window. By the time Casemiro puts his training bib on, we'll have played 3 games. It is pure and utter panic, and it's all brought about by the Glazers who want to keep hold of the club, so they throw money at the club. Because in the past, as a fan base, collectively, we have been a little bit naive where Glazers out, trends on Twitter, and they buy a player like Sancho or Varane or Ronaldo or Pogba, and we all go, maybe they're now spending money. But everyone can see through it. And I would say, please do go and buy Anthony because I do want him, and then pack your bags and go. Dominic is a United fan. Who do you want to sign, Dominic?
It doesn't really bother me, mate, because it's too late. These Glazers need to go. They can sign us all the players in the world now. It's still Glazers out for me. I've been a season ticket holder since 2013 at Old Trafford, and I'm just fed up with it. I've had enough, and they could sign the Avengers for all I care. They need to go.
And Dominic, are you at the game tomorrow?
No, I'm able to make that due to work commitments. But the last one I went to was the last home game, Brighton, which was humiliating because I drove all the way from Cardiff to watch that. But yeah, it's embarrassing. We're a circus. I've never seen anything like it, and these parasites need to go.
Thanks for calling in, Dominic. Season ticket holder there with Manchester United. Dominic's had enough. Parasites, the Glazers. It's really interesting because I'm sure there's a lot of people watching and listening who are not Manchester United fans who will come out with this argument that £1 billion has been spent over the last 10 years. And it has. And I could tell you how much more money we could spend, how much debt we're in, how much money they take out of the club and no one else does, how they spin and twist and try and manipulate the fan base to keep themselves in post so they can keep taking money out of the club. But even if you don't want to be sympathetic to that, imagine your club had spent £1 billion in the last 10 years. And then I sat there and said, you know, that £1 billion that Man United spent, they may as well have thrown it on a bonfire, because what have we got to show for it? What have we got to show for it? So even if you want to take it like that, they're rubbish at their job. They're absolutely incompetent. So, yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting tomorrow. There was somebody in the live chat who came out with something quite interesting, actually. They said it's disgusting that Manchester United fans are protesting tomorrow. They should be docked points. It's a disgrace. Look, it's a peaceful protest. Everybody in all walks of life have got the right to protest, and history is littered with brave and successful protests for things that are valid. We saw it with the Super League. This is Manchester United fans' war to wage on the Glazers, but it will be a peaceful war. We want them out. We want them out of the club. If we have a repeat of what we had before, where the game gets cancelled, then I think every Manchester United fan is fully aware that the Premier League may well hand the points to Liverpool. Some may think that will happen anyway. So what do we lose? But the reality is this is not about Liverpool tomorrow. It's not about inconveniencing people who want to watch it on telly tomorrow. This is about something very real, where Manchester United fans are at the end of their tether after 17 years of Glazers' incompetence that gets worse and worse year on year. We've now got people who are viably wanting to buy the club and not do it for profit. And it will escalate because people have had enough now. So, look, I think it will be a peaceful protest tomorrow, and I think the game will go ahead. I don't think any Manchester United fan wants any negativity towards this. It's a very clear message, and if people want to listen to it, they can do. If not, let us get on with it.